Welcome, and thank you for joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's Whiskey Reviews. I am Mike, and with me as always is Billy, and today we bring you the Glenfiddich 15-year-old Solera Vat, 40% minimum ABV. Billy,
You know what I like about it already?
tell me.
There's a deer head on there.
Glenfiddich means Valley of the Deer.
Oh my god.
Valley of the Deer. And by the way, best-selling 12-year-old whiskey in the world. I think Glenfiddich sells more single malt Scotch whiskey than any other distillery.
That must be a big distillery.
This is the parent company, I believe, of Balvenie.
Okay.
So this is like their normal one. Okay, so we brought you the Glenfiddich 18 and 12 to round out the core range. We are bringing the 15-year-old Solera Vat. What does Solera Vat mean, you say? Let me tell you, folks. What they do is they age the whiskeys for 15 years. Some ex-bourbon, some ex-sherry. They do some, I guess, virgin oak too. And they pour it in this huge vat. And then they pour new whiskey in and then take the old whiskey out of the bottom. So they kind of mix it into a huge barrel. To where all of them are at least 15 years old, and then they always keep it at least half full.
What?
So you may have whiskey that's been around for slightly longer than 15 years, but it's a different way of doing things.
That is weird.
Dave Stewart, who also ran the Balvenie for many years, does a lot of things with like extra maturing in barrels. Like Balvenie makes this ton 1401 and 1509 that are incredible whiskeys if you can get a hold of. The 1401 is incredible. If they also do with the Glenfiddich 18, they do also a ton marriage where they marriage multiple whiskeys into a single ton or a bigger wooden crate, and then let it mix for a while before they end up bottling it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. So this one's a Solera Vat. Again, Glenfiddich, if you know Scotch whiskey, it's like the Budweiser or Coors of Scotch whiskey. They sell a lot. Everyone can get them. They have a very unique three-sided shape to them, the bottle,
Love it.
which I think is pretty cool. And this is another gift from our good friend Keith over at Master of Malt. So if you like our channel, please go out and check out Keith. He's a really good guy, but he's super informational. Keith has so much more whiskey knowledge than I do.
What's up with that?
So much more whiskey knowledge. Super knowledgeable guy, fun guy. He does some really nice whiskey reviews in his basement, which is in America we call it our man cave. And I got to tell you,
The man cave.
that's a great name for a whiskey channel.
It is.
And when we were sitting there thinking of our whiskey channel name, we couldn't come up with anything clever.
We're smart. Mike and Billy's. What's up?
Anyway, Billy, I'm not sure. This is 40% ABV, so I assume it's chill filtered. I believe they color their whiskey, so I'm really not going to get too much in the color other than to say it's basically light gold. Basically light gold. What do you think of the legs on this one, Bill? They come down. They come down in certain points, but they come down fairly
quick.
quickly. Yeah, fairly quickly. Glenfiddich was one of the first Scotch whiskeys on my whiskey my whiskey journey. It's a Speyside distillery.
Okay.
They do a little bit of. To me, this is an easy drinking Scotch whiskey as far as a distillery. It's very palatable for a lot of people. Should be fruity, should be light. Let's get into it. Better nose than I remember.
Really soft.
Fruity.
Definitely fruity. Oh,
Nice and fruity, isn't it?
I love this. I have to spit tonight because I have to drive my truck home, but I'm really bummed I'm not going to be able to swallow this.
I just want a little sippy sip there.
Don't tell the popo.
It's 40% ABV. It's a low ABV.
Oh, man, that's wonderful.
Man, okay, so I'm getting fruits.
I like this.
Yeah, I'm getting multiple fruits. This is so much more complex.
You cannot pick one fruit out of there. It's just fruity.
It's like an orange. It's like you know the basket that you get, and there's like an orange there and an apple, and there's some grapes. Not that I'm getting grape, but
Pear.
just pears. It's just that basket of fruit. It's good. A little bit of spice.
Just a little teeny bit.
There's an oakiness to it as well.
Just a little bit, not much.
Again, it's like even sections. It's like a pie that you divided perfectly, and maybe fruity got two pieces, but spice got a little piece.
I think I'm getting some caramel on that
Oak
too.
got a little piece.
Yeah. There's something
Vanilla got a little
There's
piece.
something sweet in there. I like it.
Like a stewed fruit.
How much is
almost.
this?
I don't know. I'm thinking if I remember correctly, 65, 70 bucks roughly.
Cheap. Cheap.
For Glenfiddich is like the Macallan 12 that we did here recently, and it's like Lagavulin. These are whiskeys that I enjoyed early on my whiskey journey that I kind of got away from. And now when I go back to them, I can appreciate them more.
Yeah.
There's things now that I can pick out more. Because I tell you what, this is a bouquet of fruits.
It really is.
Stewed fruits. Because again, I'm not picking up any one hardcore, like every time I think, maybe an apple, maybe a pear. And I got maybe not.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're all stewed together.
Yeah. When I said this is soft, don't get me wrong. It's big. It's huge.
Yeah,
but it's soft.
It's got volume to it. So it not jumps off the glass, but it pushes its way off the glass fairly
it's nice.
with some authority.
But in a soft way, delicate. It's like a really fat, skinny chick. You know what I mean? Really fat, skinny chick.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, vanilla, oak, spice, and then that dominant fruit characteristic to it.
I love it. I'm going in, Mike. I'm going in.
Go for it.
Going in.
Again, for $60, $70, don't overlook it. It's like the Macallan 12 that we did last week. Don't overlook some of the old standards as far as whiskey. Because it is a beautiful nose. And it's round and it's rich. And you can tell a lot of love and care went into making a whiskey like this. What are you getting on the palate?
Getting that real soft fruitiness. And indistinct, like can't figure out what kind of fruit. But a very soft fruitiness. I'm definitely getting like a caramel or like a little bit of a burnt vanilla maybe. Oh man, you get just a hint of oakiness. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, fruits definitely. As soon as I exhale, you get vanilla kind of cheeks right here.
Mouth coating. For me.
Yeah, very voluptuous taste.
Man.
And really the spice it starts tingling as like the third layer on the tongue.
It's crazy.
Evolving.
Still, it's like...
Now there's oakiness.
It just keeps changing.
It's savory.
It's like I feel like I'm chasing a chicken that you can't catch. You know what I mean?
You know, when Keith gave... So, again, thank you again, Multi-Man Cave, for gifting us the rest of this bottle.
Just keep gifting us whatever you want. If you got another couch laying around you're not using, or like whatever.
I remember he gave me multiple whiskeys to come home with. He gave me like a Ben Romack Peat Smoke and a couple of ones that I'm going to bring you soon. He gave us the Brooklotic. He gave us the Blands. And... he gave me, I think he gave me 5 whiskeys to go home with. And I gotta say, of the 5 whiskeys he sent me home with, I was like, oh, thanks for the Glenfiddich. You know what I mean? It was an afterthought.
I'm getting like a...
And now I'm glad he gave it to me.
I'm definitely getting some kind of nut.
Maybe like an almond. Like a shaved almond.
I'm thinking like hazelnutty kind of...
Maybe hazelnut.
Pecan? I'm definitely getting some kind of nut here. Like I said, it just keeps... Like, how long has it been since I drank?
Yeah,
it just keeps... It's like I feel like I'm chasing a chicken.
Well, what I said earlier, it keeps evolving.
Man.
It evolves on the palate, and then evolves on the finish as well. There's really a lot of layers going on here. This is an underappreciated whiskey.
You think? I need this. I'm going to buy some of this.
Well, I think what we just did, we did this Brooklotic, Scottish Barley, and we did this one just here now, obviously. And I think these are roughly the same price. This is a way better whiskey.
Yes!
Way better.
Yes!
I mean, this is more of a novelty, but I mean, I don't mean to come off harsh
Right,
with
no,
Brooklotic.
yeah.
They're good whiskeys, I'm not saying that, but I got to give credit where credit's due.
It's fantastic. It is fantastic.
This is an underappreciated whiskey, again, just like the Macallan 12 that we just did. You go back to something that you haven't had in a long time, and you think you know it,
Yep.
and then it surprises you in a good way.
Yeah, this is great. This is great.
So now with a little bit of water, let's see what we're picking up on the nose.
I got a little more sharpness from the spice.
Okay, for a second I got to go back to the palate. Now I'm picking up a little bit of chocolate.
Right?
It keeps evolving on the palate and on the finish. Wow. Anyway, now we really are going back into it with water. Still fruity.
Yeah, but I got a sharper spice when I took that first.
A little bit more spicy. Now I feel like it's like a cinnamon apple, maybe a cinnamon pear.
Yeah, it's warmer.
Like a light cinnamon, like dusty.
Yeah,
cinnamon.
not like a hot, like a spicy cinnamon.
No, this is a light cinnamon. Is white cinnamon a thing? Probably not. I'm thinking, but in my mind, I'm thinking white cinnamon. I mean light cinnamon. I don't know if white cinnamon's really a thing. This first thing that popped up in my head.
It's like white chocolate.
Is
it still chocolate?
That's a real thing.
It's nice.
Yeah. I'm thinking apple and pear, a soft apple, a soft pear that's
Yeah.
maybe 12 hours before you can't eat it anymore.
Right.
Soft.
It's almost applesauce.
Right. With just a white cinnamon. I don't know how else to say
We're
it.
gonna
White
invent.
cinnamon.
We're gonna invent a new type of cinnamon.
I wish I had a better way to describe it. It's white cinnamon. It's like you take cinnamon, it's there, and you just take like 60% off of it,
And there you go.
what's left,
Yeah.
it's just like it's like cinnamon chopped off at the legs.
Maybe it's a sandy brown. We don't know.
It's good though. You know, in the tins they would have like kind of what you were supposed to pick up on it. And I can't remember what I think this one was honey and something else.
There might be some honey in there.
And I do get a little bit of honey, but to me, it's a fruitiness, not so much a honeyness. But I guess there is honey there. Oh man, nice nose, nice nose. This is one that, again, if you're a whiskey veteran, or if you're just kind of starting out with some whiskeys, or let me put it a different way. Say you wanted to turn someone on to whiskeys, a spouse, a friend, a family member, an in-law. This is a good one to start with. Because this has a lot going on, easy to drink, smooth, good whiskey.
Really
just
good.
A good whiskey.
Really good.
Especially for the money.
It just keeps changing. I don't know. I almost get like a little burnt, like espresso bean kind of thing going on right now. But the first thing I got was fruit. The spice is coming. There's something nutty of quality about it to me. There's some kind of quality of nut going on.
It's not almond. I said that earlier. It's not that. If there's nuttiness, it's
not a super intense nut. I'm thinking hazelnut maybe. Like, but I drink a lot of hazelnut coffee, so maybe.
with water. I got a little bit more spice on the palate, a little less fruit. I don't think you need water.
I don't think so either.
I mean, it's already 40% ABV.
Right.
So I think you're kind of right there anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd buy this. I should have this more in my bar.
I think the cops will get mad.
I know. I'll say this. The 18-year-old is a little bit better version of this whiskey. It's a little bit more complex, but for $108 compared to 65 or 67,
Right.
I think this is the sweet spot for the core range of the Glenfiddich. And again, the core range is the 12-year-old, the 15-year-old Solera Vat, and then the 18-year-old that was married in tons that are little hand numbered at the bottom of the bottle.
And here's the other thing. If you really want to spend $160, buy 2 of them, give 1 to me. You still spent the money, right?
Yeah.
You feel like you're a hot baller guy, whatever.
I tell you what, this is the best. Again, I think it's the best Glenfiddich for the core range. I think it's a really good whiskey. I'm giving it an 88 out of 100. 88.
Wow, I feel like you're
Double
being
A.
harsh.
Really?
I want to give it like a 91 over here. Like,
Tell me what you think. It's a good whiskey.
Guys, we
It's a
should
good
have
whiskey.
We should have named our channel the peatier, the smokier, the fuck you. Like, we love peaty, smoky whiskeys. This is not that, and I love this. I love this.
I'll pour myself another little dram, but
All right, I'm gonna
Since
I'm
it's
gonna go
only
90.
one
I'm just gonna stick with 90.
I'm gonna go with 89. I think it's a good whiskey for the money. I think it's a great buy. So try it. Get out there and try it. Get out there and try it. So, as always, we'd like to do the same things. If you thought we earned it,
Yeah,
give us a little thumbs up.
smash it like
No one will know. It's not like it's on a report or anything.
it's totally.
Cost you nothing.
No one knows.
If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Helps out the channel. And then
And turn on your notifications once you subscribe.
more so than anything, be a part of the conversation with me down in the comments section.
Yeah,
I don't always get to them the same day. You know, I got a job too.
he works.
Yeah,
It's weird.
we work. You know, it happens. And I wish we just did whiskey reviews. Then we could just sit around all day and do it.
We would be so drunk.
But until that day comes, just know to give me a day or two and I'll get back to you. Because now, as the Whiskey channel's kind of grown a little bit, we get more comments, which I love. So I can't really get back to everyone sharpish like
Right.
I would like to.
Right.
But I read every comment and I will get back to you in some way, shape, or form.
Someday we're gonna be so big we're not even gonna be able to respond to comments. So soak it in now. Enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
That will never happen.
My channel is so big, Mike. My other channel. There's no possible way I could respond to everything.
I'm going to try.
I haven't made a video for over 6 years, I don't think. And there's still today, 6 years of doing nothing, laying dormant. There's no possible way I could answer every message.
If you're a tattoo person, let's plug your channel.
Oh,
Billy Hill's.
Billy Hill's Tattoo TV or something.
No.
I can't remember what it's called.
I-
Just search for Billy Hill Tattoo and it'll.
Just talk about Billy Hill. He's kind of a big deal tattoo artist, and he will not answer your questions. He barely answers my text messages. I say what time are we on today? He tells me, you come now, like 6 hours later, or the next day, whatever.
It's fine. It's okay.
I get it. You run a small business. I get it.
I have gloves on for hours at a time. Like I can't. Yeah.
Hit buttons. Anyway, thank you for joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's whiskey reviews. And Billy, as always, what do we wish the good folks?
If anything out there, happy drinking.
Happy drinking.
It's the only thing you can control.